I want to know, do you know who God is? Do you truly know who God is? Do you really know who God is? I know you said you tried him, but have you really got to know him? I know you said that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, but do you really believe that? I know you said that you can do all things through Christ Jesus because he's the one who gives you the strength. But do you truly trust in what you are saying? Do you really trust in the God that you say that you are trusting and believing in? Do you really have the faith and the hope that you say that you have when it comes to trusting in God? Do you really know God for who he is? Do you really know that he set the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky? Do you really know that he put the water in the sea? Do you really know that he put the trees on the ground? Do you really trust and believe that he made the heavens and the earth? Do you know who God is? You say you trust God, but do you really? You say that you know that God is your Jehovah Jireh, that he is your provider, but do you really trust that he will not let you lack for anything? I know you say you trust God, and I know you say you believe in him, and I know you say that you won't give up on him, and I know you say that you're going to trust him in everything that you do, but do you really know him? Do you know him for yourself? Have you tried him? Have you tried him? Have you really put your full trust in him? And when I say put your full trust in him, I'm talking about, do you trust him the way you get in your car and turn your ignition and expect your engine to start? I'm saying, do you trust him the way you get on the highway and trust that it won't cave in? I'm saying, do you trust him the way you drive under a bridge and the bridge don't collapse on you? What I'm saying, do you trust him that when you're driving down the road that your tires won't blow on you? I'm saying, do you trust him that when you sit in a chair that the chair won't break on you? I'm saying, do you trust him the way you trust everything else, the way you trust all these man-made items? Do you trust God like that? You trust your car enough that you get in the car and you drive on the highway and you trust that everything in this car will function the way it's supposed to function to get you to your destination. And I just want to know, do you trust God enough to know that he has given you the functionality to make you function the way you're supposed to give you all the things that you need to have, to go the places that you need to go, to do the things that you need to do? I'm just saying, do you trust God to be God enough of the God that he says he is? Do you trust him to be the God that he says he is? Do you trust him? Excuse me, but don't excuse me if I sound like I'm talking with too much passion, but I do got a lot of it. And I said I do got a lot of it because I got a lot of fire inside of me, because I can't come to understand that how can you trust all these things around you to stand up and not to harm you, to work as it's supposed to work and function as it's supposed to function. But the one who created you, the one who made you, the one who put breath in your body, the one who put you here on earth, you doubt that he can do all the things that he says he can do just because you can't see something with your own eyes. Baby, you can't see them when they fixing on these cars. You don't see them when they making these vehicles. You don't see them when they building your house. You're not there 24/7 to see what's going on, and yet you trust the functionality that it will not malfunction. But you say you trust a God and you think that you serve a God that malfunctions when he don't malfunction in anything. I serve a God. My God, I serve a God who won't give up on me. I serve a God who won't quit on me. I serve a God every day. God still knows the number. He never misses count on anything. He knows what's going to happen for me. He knows what's going to happen through me. He knows the purpose and the plan that he has for my life. And because he knows the purpose and the plan that he has for my life, I trust him. Because he made me, he created me, I trust him. Because he give me breath in my body, I trust him. Because he made me in his own image, I trust him. What I don't fully trust man. I can't fully trust man because man has failed me over and over and over again. Man has broke his promises to me over and over and over again. Man expects me to be what they want me to be, but only God expects me to be who I am. He expects me to be who he created me to be. He expects me to mess up. He expects me to make those mistakes because he know when I mess up. He know when I make them mistakes. He know when I fall in the hard times that I'm going to come running to him. I'm going to come running to my Father and I'm going to say, Father, I messed up. Father, I made a mistake. God, I need you to help me through this situation because he's going to keep me coming back over and over and over and over again. So I never forget the God that I serve. Do you know the God that you serve? Do you truly know him to be the God that he says he is? Oh, do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know him? You think you know your children? You even think you know yourself. You think you know everything about you. But baby, I know a man. I know a God who knows you better than you know yourself because you don't even know your own heart. You don't even know what's inside of you. You don't even know the destiny that God has on your life. You don't even know the purpose that he has on you. But I tell you, I know a God who knows me inside out. I know a God who made me in his own image and he calls me friend. My God, my God. He calls me friend. He calls me his child. He calls me his daughter. He sits high and he looks low. And I just came to ask you a question. Do you know who God really is? And have you really tried him for yourself? I am Samantha Warwick, your purpose pusher, here to push you to your purpose. Y'all have a blessed and an amazing, prosperous day, full of faith, full of favor, and full of grace and mercy that God has already supplied you with. Go be great and know the God that you serve.